It's probably like 9 inches.
And they say the perfect woman doesn't exist.
You know, one dumb thing that I hate that people keep saying.
So, y'all see her up there with my tooth in her mouth, and y'all just gonna keep liking her videos, and nobody report her or nothing.
The perfect match. Match made in heaven.
So I'm at the gas station, and this dude had walked up to me and was like, look, I don't want your phone number. I don't want to bother you, blah, blah, blah. I just want to pump your gas. You should not be pumping your own gas. But, so I love up my gas, but now I'm just like, he walked off. He really just walked off. Have a good day. Bye. Walked off. Some Southern hospitality and like, yo, if every man don't treat me like this, like, I just don't know.
This is exactly why simps ruin the sexual economy. Just random dudes doing the most for random chicks, giving their value for nothing in return. She now wants to hold all men to a higher standard because this one guy did that one thing.
Girls move on quickly after the breakup because they are mentally checked out at least 6 months in.
This is for the women. Women, if you hear women talking like this, please shut them down immediately if you care about your connection to the world and to guys and just relationships. When I was younger, maybe like 7 years ago, I dated a girl for 3 to 4 years. She lived with me. I paid a lot of her bills because she was in school. I had just graduated from my master's degree. So I was like, yeah, I can afford to help you out, make it easier for you while you're in school. I had found out that she was cheating on me with her best friend's brother's friend while I was working a second job to help her pay for her bills. At the end of the breakup, I asked her, I said, how long have you been cheating on me? And she's like, for the last 5 months. She was never going to tell me unless I caught her. And she admitted that she was cheating on me for 5 months while she was living with me and I was paying her bills. The amount of damage that did psychologically with me to connecting with other women and just trusting people is undescribable. This does so much emotional damage thinking like this. So women, if you're healthy-minded, do not let other women put this image out there for you.
Sometimes guys will come up and instead of just being humble and like trying to connect with you, they feel like they have something to prove. Yes. So they go immediately to their accolades. Like, and for them, unfortunately, it's like how much they make, what they have, what their job.
Is that what we're gonna do now? We're gonna pretend like it's a blight on women that men, when they come up to you, they talk about their accolades. It's probably because their accolades are what 90% of you guys judge them on. To sit there and act like you don't judge men based on how successful they are in life, you're just fucking lying. And I can see the comments now. I'm not like that. Okay, fine, whatever. Lie to yourself, lie to everybody else. It doesn't matter. This is just the world we live in. I like big butts. You like big bank accounts. Just accept it. You have two men, beautiful personalities, wonderful families. One's a 9 on the hot scale, one's a 5 on the hot scale. But the guy who's a 5 is very successful in life. I guarantee you'll f the 9 and marry the 5. Change my mind. Merch links in bio. Okay, bye.
Do not lead with your wallet or your accomplishments. It should be obvious who you are, the way you speak, the way you present yourself, the way you walk, your charm, your game, all of these things. Those are all the more subtle ways of telling women that you're a high value guy. Just coming out right and saying,
oh yeah, well I made $100,000 last year and I just bought this new Corvette.
It sounds desperate, like you're begging her to like you. We'll be 30 next year, no marriage, no child. I always go to bed with tears.
Never settle, queen. God got you. Hey, what's some other they be saying? In the comments, let me know.
I'm a boss, babe. I don't need no man. You've been saying you don't need a man for your entire life and then wonder why none of them show up when you want or need one. When I fell for the I'll make dinner every night for you BS. Baby, I'll cook for you every single night. Just let me live with you. That was the conversation. He was like, yeah, let's do it. Sounds great. But she didn't hold up her end of the bargain. This is when you have to enforce boundaries. So you just sit her down and tell her, don't be mean about it. Don't be rude. Just shoot straight. Babe, you said you were gonna cook every single night when you were here. You're not cooking. You're not holding up your end of the bargain. And me personally, I'm just not going to be with a woman that's not cooking for me. That's it. Leave it there. See how she responds. She responds positively. Obviously, you keep going. She responds negatively, remove your attention. That's it.
Look, women have to express aggression somehow unless you're willing to say that they're not aggressive. They tend not to do it physically. Not to the degree men do, so they use other channels. And what other channels are there other than physical aggression if you're going to be aggressive? Well, you go after people verbally. You go after them with innuendo and gossip and reputation destruction. And that's how it works.
And just to be clear, that you think that's predominantly a female modus operandi?
It isn't that I think that.
Well,
it's that the clinical literature indicates that. It isn't that I think it.
Well, I'm not interviewing the clinical literature. I'm interviewing you. What do you think?
Well, I'm a psychologist and a scientist, and I tend to base my opinions on what I've read in the broad, relevant clinical literature. I'm not making this stuff up. I studied antisocial behavior for like 15 years. I'm actually quite an expert on it.
This is really important because you'll see this so often. When you are talking with a woman or say you're arguing with her, she will try and pull you into an emotional frame. Women view the world with an emotional lens, which is fine, of course. It's just how women are. This is something you'll see on Fresh and Fit all the time. The guys will say something like, oh, well, 80% of divorces are initiated by women. And then you'll always hear the girl say, who hurt you? How dare you say something like that? And you're just sitting there like, what? What are you talking about? I just told you that the sky is blue. And then you're asking if the sky mugged my parents. It makes no sense. I'm telling you a fact, and you're coming back at me with emotion. They don't mix. Men and women both need to understand this. Men communicate with a logical lens. It's how we view the world. And women communicate through an emotional lens. Everyone needs to understand this so we can communicate with each other better.
I hate to break it to you. I think that we've just got a very, very selfish culture of women. And to any women out there that say I have internalized or anything like that, that would require that I have a problem with women worldwide. I do not have a problem with women worldwide. I have a problem with Western women. And if you think that I'm just like making this up out of nowhere, reflect on the fact that there are Western men that are flying out east to find wives. Are Eastern men coming out west to find wives? No. Where in the world are men flying out in droves to marry American women? Nobody wants us. Why? We're big, we're selfish. We don't want to hear anything. You can't tell me to eat less. You can't tell me to change my life. You can't tell me it's not about me.
Men, to our core, we are problem solvers. Finding a good woman is a problem to be solved. So men are observing the entire dating market, and some men are realizing that this problem is not worth solving. And the easiest, best way to solve this problem is to leave. So that's how some men are choosing to solve this problem. They see the dating market, realize, this is not worth it. So they go to an Asian country where most of the women are more feminine, and they solve their problem that way.
Oh my god, I think there's just like one bed. But that's so crazy, who would do that? You booked the room. I guess we'll just have to like sleep
You booked the room.
No, I didn't. I asked for 2 beds. Sean.
That's pretty charming. You can't lie, dude.
You ghost guys?
That's my favorite thing
You
to
love
do.
ghosting a guy?
I love, because it's so fun, because girls aren't usually good at ghosting.
Okay.
I feel like. Especially like if they develop something with the guy, they're not really good at it. But I am, and I love doing it.
So you'll just ghost out of dudes?
I will go, like I broke up with one guy.
Fill me in.
We were dating for like 6 months, and like he never paid for anything. And I'm super like down to earth. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh well, you have to pay for me this and that. Like if I'm seriously dating you. And after like 6 months or so, I was just like, it was a problem because not one single thing he paid for. And he was just like, well, like I'm not gonna put you for this, this, and that. And I was like, okay. I was like, talk to you later. Blocked him. Never have spoken to him since.
She enjoys ghosting men. And that's what we call recreational use only.
Your deepest secret? I dip my Oreos in water.
Because her dad never came back with the milk.
Emotional damage!